can accelerate hyperpigmentation and the formation of wrinkles and breakdown of connective tissue, in addition to being associated with cancer. Something that we use every single day. Most people use it a lot every single day. And we'll talk about this tomorrow. We'll also talk about how you can use topical ingredients to help protect yourself from this very ugly toxin that we all use on a regular basis every day on top of our skin. We'll do that tomorrow as we continue talking skincare and skin health on the bright side. All right, 844-236-6010 is our number. Mary in Michigan, what's going on? Welcome to the bright side.
Hi, Ben. I sent you an email back on the 27th of April.
Did I not respond?
I don't know if you got it or not. It's Mary of Michigan, and I can't spell worth darn, but it was heart arrhythmia, IBS, circulation, digestion help. Anyway.
All for one person? Wait a minute.
Yeah, all me.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Let me run that by me one more time. Heart arrhythmia, digestion. What were the other two? Digestive problems? IBS, irritable bowel syndrome.
Circulation.
And circulation. They're all related, by the way, but go ahead.
I know that. Anyway, what I'm most concerned with right now is I guess the IBS part of it. This just started about the beginning of the year, and I started taking a different probiotic. Can you take too much probiotic?
No, you can't. It's very difficult to take too much. Look, you've got somewhere in the order of 1,000 trillion bacterial cells in your gut. And by the way, this 1,000 trillion, quadrillion, something along those lines, bacteria in your gut would fit in a couple of tablespoons. That's how small these things are. Now, when you take a probiotic supplement, say you're taking a really good one, you may get 50 billion units, right, of bacteria. So 50 billion over 1 quadrillion is like a tiny, tiny fraction. Even if you took the whole bottle,
sure,
you'd get still a tiny fraction of the bacteria that are already in your gut. So it's very difficult to take too much probiotics. Okay. I've never heard of it. I would say it's impossible. Personally,
should you take it on an empty stomach or with food?
That's a great question, and it's going to depend on the brand. Some brands are made to be taken on an empty stomach. Some brands are made to be taken on a full stomach. And that's a very, there's an interesting point there. The brands of probiotics are all different. Number one, they're different in the types of bacteria they contain. Number two, they're different in the proportions of the types of bacteria they contain. And number three, they're different in the quantities of bacteria they contain. And playing around with your brands is very important, and playing around with your dosage is very important. You got to experiment. There's no cut and dry recommended daily allowance or minimum levels or maximum levels when it comes to probiotics. They're basically food substances, and it's really difficult to know. You got to play around. You got to see the benefits or the lack of benefits and adjust your dose accordingly. So there's no firm answer to that question. But it's a good question. All right. So go by the brand, go by the directions on the label, and play around with your brands. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, and bone soup.
Yes.
Today I am doing nothing but water.
Okay, good for you.
For 24 hours, because yesterday I was so sick with it. I really was sick with it.
You were sick with your IBS.
Yes, I mean,
isn't that interesting?
Like my intestines were ripped out.
Isn't that interesting? When it gets bad enough, we will not eat. We'll fast. The trick is to not get bad enough. You don't want it to wait. Right. You don't want to wait that long. But most people will tell you, "Oh, I can't fast," or "I'm addicted to food," or "I can't stop eating." When it gets bad enough, you'll stop eating.
Well,
the trick is to not wait.
I remember years ago when my daughters were sick and I was sick with some sort of an intestinal bug, and the doctor said, "Just don't eat anything for 24 hours because it's feeding on what you're eating."
Isn't that interesting? It's common sense when you think about it.
It was more like an intestinal bug. Of course, I didn't have IBS before, so I don't know. Maybe it just feels the same. But tonight I wanted to start with some bone soup, and I've got a product here. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, because I don't have time or the organic chicken to make it. But there's a Pacific brand organic bone broth.
Yeah, there's also, now they have bone broth powder capsules that you can get too.
Well, my only concern about it is it doesn't have any thickness to it. It's very liquid. So I'm thinking it doesn't have much
Well, you want a little bounce. When you make a good quality bone soup, you'll get a little bounce to the water. It won't be like water, right? You'll have a little bit of body to the water.
Yeah.
That body is
when
the
I make my own, that's how it is. But
it should be that way. If it's thin, if it's really thin, you might get some protein, but you're not getting the polysaccharides, they call them, the complex sugars. And
Can I put gelatin in it?
Well, hang on. Let me just say this real quick.
Okay.
The complex sugars are really where the immune system is built, are really the factors that build up the immune system, and they come they're in the cartilage. Chondroitin, hyaluronic acid, glucosamine. Probably heard these terms. Those are the immune stimulators, and that's what gives your bone broth a little bit of body. Yes, to answer your question, you can do gelatin. Here's the rub with gelatin, and also with pre-made bone broth, and now these bone broth powders and bone broth capsules that you're going to start to see available. They're not organic, probably. They're not antibiotic.
Okay.
Oh, is it organic? Okay, if you've had it
organic bone broth, and it says it's made the old-fashioned way with vinegar and all that,
Okay.
And slow simmered and all that.
Okay. So what's the brand? What is the brand?
Pacific.
Is it in a box?
Yeah.
I think I've seen it, and if it is organic and you're sure it's a good quality product, then that might be good. Yeah, you're right. It's not the fact that it's liquidy like that tells me that it wasn't simmered for a long time. It takes a lot of simmering for that cartilage to break down, and probably they didn't, in the interests of getting a product out and saving time, they probably didn't simmer it long enough. So it's not going to be as good as homemade. You will still probably get some value. Just make sure it's organic and antibiotic free and hormone free and stuff. You'll probably get some value, but nothing like homemade. Homemade's the way to go, if you have time.
Okay.
It doesn't take that. You don't have to sit there over the pot when you're making it.
I understand that. I just can't get the organic chicken.
Where do you live? Where are you? Are you in the country?
I live in Ironwood, Michigan.
Is that like a little tiny town somewhere?
Yeah.
No Whole Foods or health food stores or anything like that?
Well, there is, but they don't carry any chicken.
No, okay, well, then that's kind of tough. There's these organic companies now that will ship you organic food and even deliver it right to your door. Hey, we got to go. We got to take a break, and we're coming back with Keith from Block It Pocket when we come back. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. Thanks for your call, Mary, by the way. And if we left you on hold, call back tomorrow. Tell our call screener we left you on hold. We'll get you first up. All right, we'll take a break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll be back after this.
You have all seen and heard about the elements of the periodic table. These elements are the building blocks of everything in the universe. You, my friends, are made from these elements. A shortage of any of these important trace elements can lead to disease. Go with the science and take the Lady Talk Health Challenge and get all 90 essential trace elements with a healthy start pack at LadyTalkLive.com or call 855-333-LADY. That's 855-333-5239.
Research shows it's not just what you put in your body that counts, it's what you put on it as well. Why not use an all-natural, healthy mineral-based makeup that actually benefits your skin? Once you experience the airiness and flawless coverage of Longevity mineral makeup, you will never use anything else. With Longevity, the perception of your complexion will be natural perfection. Animal-friendly mineral makeup at Mary Lou Health. That's MARILU Health.com. Or call 855-321-HEALTH.
We live in a complicated society. Stressful issues are always popping up. Have you ever been treated unfairly by someone? Have you ever been overcharged for a repair? Have you ever signed a contract or a document? Worried about identity theft? How many times have you been in those unique situations where you just wanted to call an attorney to find out if you're right or wrong, or what your legal rights are? But every time you think about calling an attorney, what do you think about first? That's right. Who do you call, and how much will it cost? Our friends at Legal Shield have found a solution. With a nationwide network of 6,900 attorneys who average over 19 years of experience, Legal Shield's law firms take over 40,000 calls per week helping their members. For less than $20 per month, you can have access to Legal Shield on everything from the trivial to the traumatic. Let Legal Shield stand up for your rights at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com. Or call 855-340-SAVE, 855-340-7283.
Results will vary from case to case.
If you constantly feel run down and tired, your pH level might be low and your body could be full of toxins. If what you drink is not at a pH level of 8 or higher, you are inviting bacteria and acid to thrive in your body. But there is something you can do. Simply add 10 drops of AlkaVision Plasma pH drops to your water to help your body rid itself of acidic waste, increase oxygen, and raise your pH balance to optimum levels. AlkaVision Plasma pH drops combine a unique formula of the most alkaline minerals in the world, alkalizing the water you you drink, ridding your body of acidic waste and toxins, and helping you regain energy and vibrant health. And studies show viruses, bacteria, and toxins cannot survive in an alkaline, high pH environment. Order your bottle of AlkaVision Plasma pH drops at alkavision.com. That's ALKA Vision.com. Or call 269-409-1776. 269-409-1776. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com today.
You've heard them on Alex Jones. You've seen them on Ancient Aliens. Now come see them live at Contact in the Desert 2015 in Joshua Tree this May. Experience 4 full days of science-centered lectures, workshops, intensives and fieldwork on ancient astronauts, extraterrestrial intelligence, human origins, crop circles, contact experiences, UFO sightings and more. Meet Chariots of the Gods author Eric von Daniken, Ancient Aliens host Giorgio A. Tsoukalos, New York Times best-selling author David Wilcock, Dead Doctors Don't Lie author Dr. Joel Wallach, astronauts Edgar Mitchell and Story Musgrave, Earth Files publisher Linda Moulton Howe, author Jim Mars, and many of the world's most respected researchers and scientists exploring answers to one of the greatest questions of all time. More speakers, more panels, more things to do. Join us at the Joshua Tree Retreat Center, which has a long history of sightings and contact experiences. For advance tickets and conference schedule, go to contactinthedesert.com. That is contactinthedesert.com.
A little right, a little left, but always independent-minded. The Genesis Communications Network, GCN.
All right, we're back on the bright side. I am Pharmacist Ben. Told you about heavy metals and toxins in lip gloss and lipstick. We talked about preservatives and toxins in skincare products. Our environment is filled with toxicity, and it's not just chemical toxicity. It's electromagnetic toxicity. There's electromagnetism in our environment today that didn't exist 100 years ago, 150 years ago. We're swimming in an ocean of electromagnetic energy, and certainly that's not a good thing, but there's ways that you can protect yourself. Certainly nutritional supplementation is a great strategy. Tomorrow we'll talk about some topical ways that you can protect yourself from toxicity and heavy metals, if not electromagnetic radiation. But there's also products that you can buy, and that's why I'm pleased to introduce our guest to the bright side, Keith McLeod of Block It Pocket. Greetings, Keith.
Good morning, Ben. How are you?
I'm doing well. So Block It Pocket and Block It Blanket now, I guess you got. Why Block It Pocket? What's the deal?
Well, we saw a need in the market for a quality product that could help alleviate some of the concerns with the wireless, both privacy and health. So we just kind of started out small and worked our way up to a full product line at this point.
Well, what is it? Well, tell us about what the deal is. What is Block It Pocket?
Well, Block It Pocket just incorporates specific materials that are designed to attenuate different frequencies, like you were talking about, the electromagnetic frequencies, radio frequencies, and so forth. And it's a very simple concept, really. When, for instance, you're holding a cell phone to your head, I think it's pretty well known that, you really should keep that a distance away, because those concentrated frequencies can, in fact, damage cell structure and so forth, especially in young kids that haven't developed yet. So the Block It Pocket products on the health side do help to keep that at a minimum.
Well, tell us about what it is specifically. It's a pocket device, right? It's like a pack, like a wallet of some kind.
Correct. The Block It Pocket itself, which is the flagship product, is a full enclosure, a Faraday enclosure, if you will, and that not only alleviates all the electromagnetic, damaging radiation, but it also gives you privacy, because no signals can get in or out of the pocket. For the people who prefer to have the ability to talk on their phone, we have what we call the Talk It, which incorporates the same materials, same attenuation rate, but it's an open-ended product that allows you to receive and send phone calls and text and so forth, but it protects you while you're carrying it or while you're talking on phone with the phone up to your ear.
So you can actually keep the device in this pocket. You keep your phone in this pocket device, and you can still talk on your phone.
Correct.
That's kind of cool. And then what is the stuff made of? What exactly is doing the work?
Well, we use a variation of materials. The pocket and the Talkit incorporate a silver-infused nylon product. It's very durable, extremely high functioning. It works really well. Blocks out upwards of 90+%